Well, hi, my name is Laura, and I was one of the hundreds of kids that had the opportunity to live this experience. That's why I'm here today to talk to you about how wonderful mine was. So I'm gonna start saying that when I first applied for this scholarship they were offering, I did without any expectation. That's why when I was told I was in, I couldn't be any happier. I was expecting to go to a big city like maybe Ottawa, so when I read I was sent to Newfoundland to a small town in school, I was actually disappointed. But now, I can't imagine going any other place but there. It was 4 a.m. when I first got there, so I could only meet my host mom and go to bed before it was too late. It was the day after when I met the whole family. Okay, so this is my mom's son. She was kind of my best friend while I was there. This is my dad, Kyle, who works away, so I could only see him like 4 times or so, but that was enough for me to realize he could do whatever it takes to make his family happy. I had 3 brothers. This is Simon, he was the smallest one. He just turned 1 right before I got there, so he was still really young. My son was 4, and she's actually the sweetest girl I have ever met. And finally Aiden, he's 8, but he acts like if he was 11, he's so mature. I thought as they were still really young, they would be shy at first, but for my surprise, they weren't. They wanted to be around me all the time. After a few days, I had to start school, and it was actually pretty easy for us. We were in some classes with people of 18 and we were still the smartest ones. Okay, so I was told adaptation was going to be hard at first, but to be honest, it wasn't for me at all. Even though I didn't make any friends for the first few days, I was really happy with the family I was staying with. They showed me love since day one, and that's what I did back. We went to so many trails, we lookouts, every time we could. I saw and did things for the very first time when I was there. They wanted so much to make my experience unforgettable that I cannot even remember how many activities we did. Thanksgiving was getting close, but when that day came, so sick. That sick that I had to stay in bed all day. Oh, I was so mad I couldn't experience that. Anyway, I did experience Halloween. That has nothing to do with the one we have here. One day I started making friends from nowhere, and I thought I was actually not going to make any friend when I was there, because I noticed they were mostly shy and they don't like showing love the way we do here. But well, I'm glad I was wrong, and like it feels so good when you know you fit in. I also became closer and closer to my family as the time went on. I realized I really loved them as they were my own. I could also notice how my English was improving day by day. Knowing I was getting a good English was making my experience even better. I was having such a great experience that I asked if it was possible to stay for the whole year, but I just couldn't afford it. That's why I want to say thank you to the scholarship I was given. Just thinking about all the money they're spending on us to get to live this experience makes me feel more than grateful. Sunsets there were amazing. I love to go for a bike ride and stop in the same exact spot and just stare at the sky. I also go to live a cold winter, what is great. Even though I'm used to warm weather, I love snow. I used to go sliding to the hills, play snowball fights with my brothers, and go on scooter. Oh, that was so much fun. Christmas was on the go, and my host mom told me President's scholarships will last until January, and that's why she didn't want me to feel apart about it, so she prepared kind of a day acting as if it was Christmas. She prepared a big supper and gave me some presents I wasn't expecting. It was so nice from her. Before I knew it was time for me to leave, they prepared us a surprise party at school and gave us some gifts to take back home and never forget them. I had to say goodbye to all the good friends I made. What was really hard because I wasn't expecting to make such great friends. We became really close. Because of the time flights, I had to say goodbye to my brothers the night before, and it was Sam, my host mom, who took me to the airport. The two of us trying to hide our feelings. That's why we were expecting not to cry. But then when we realized it was time for me to get in the plane, we just both started crying. Oh, I hugged her the hardest I could and told her I was so grateful for those almost 4 months and that I really wanted to stay. Nowadays, I'm still in contact with them and I miss them already. But I just guess I need to see the good point of it that was experience. I just wish I could live it again. Thanks to this experience, I had the best 4 months of my life, where I learned so many things. Like living in another country, in another society, makes you think and a lot. I feel like I'm a new person now. These types of scholarships are the ones that change your points of view and makes you feel excited about your future. So thank you one last time.